Long-term investors ought to consider a few changes that are happening in the world. After 8 years of monetary policy leading the charge in the response of the post-08 crisis, what we're finding now is that the efficacy of that policy has been questioned. Now we're sitting with 12 trillion US dollars of negative yielding bonds. We are seeing central banks aiming for weaker currencies, but even with lower interest rates, even negative interest rates, like we found in Japan, the opposite seems to be true. In other words, we end up with a stronger yen. With all that, investors has questioned the efficacy of monetary policy after this 8 years of good run that it has had, which boosted financial assets like equities. But now what's happening now is fiscal policy is put in the center for the possible response. We call it the second leg of this post-08 crisis response going forward. Fiscal policy, it's more potent. It can actually generate economic growth much faster. And in it, especially if it's focused around infrastructure spending. Under that world, which increasingly looks like is going to be the outcome in the long term from where we sit, financial assets are unlikely to continue to give you stronger performance as we have seen in the last 8 years. Instead, with low return expected out of equities, for example, one needs to consider a more diversified portfolio with a bigger chunk of alternative assets playing a role in that asset construction. In it, infrastructure, real assets are likely to benefit as fiscal policy authorities lead this economic recovery through infrastructure spending and also potential tax cuts in some parts of the world. So it's a new world order of fiscal policy.